Okay, forgive me if this is bad. I am not a vlogger. I've always wanted to because I love watching vlogs and people going on trips, and I really wanted to do this for this experience, this trip that I'm going on. But I wasn't sure until a lot of people on TikTok had asked me to do it. I had mentioned, I was like, would you guys want to see a vlog? And a lot of people were like, yes, please vlog it. So gonna do that. So please forgive me if this is a bad, poorly edited vlog. I am not a professional. So I should probably start by saying, like, introducing myself and where I'm going. So hi, I'm Marie. I'm 21, going on 22 years old, and I am a recently college graduate. And this story kind of starts back in coronavirus pandemic of 2020. Like many people going through corona during school, we got evacuated. We had to go home. We thought we were going on spring break, just an extra week, and then they announced the emails that you're staying for the rest of the semester. And I was home, and I was already going through a really tough time mental health wise because of some stuff that happened literally at the kickoff of 2020. So I was in a kind of a depressed state. I wasn't really doing good. My outlook was Twilight. Like I have been a fan of Twilight for years. I've been a fan of Twilight since 2009, 2010. I became a fan shortly after the release of New Moon, the movie. I hadn't read the books because I was 10. I was like 9 or 10 and my reading level was bad. So didn't read the books until after the movies came out. Became a fan during New Moon. And Eclipse was actually the first movie that I saw in theaters of Twilight. And it just so happened that yesterday was the 11th anniversary of the release of Eclipse. Which, I should point out that this is being recorded on July the 1st, 2021. Even though my trip isn't until September. But I thought I should just make like an intro video, kind of. Because I want to go through the process of like you guys seeing what all I have to do, packing, all that jazz. So back in March of 2020, I started posting Twilight TikToks after I came across a couple, and my videos got a lot of attention, and then I met some really great people, became mutuals, became friends. We started following each other on Instagram, and we decided, we were like, what if we go to Forever CoralineinForks next year? So that's where I'm going. Forever CoralineinForks is a Twilight festival that happens every year in September. Now, it got canceled last year because of the pandemic, but they did say that they were going to have it this year in person if it looked like things were going to look okay. And it really has. I got my second dose of vaccination yesterday, and the world looks like it's going back to normal. So, Forever CoralineinForks Festival. It is a 3-day festival in Forks, Washington, all about Twilight. People from all around the US and even around the world come to this festival to experience Twilight, and oh my god, I just found out about this a couple years ago. I didn't even know about this until recently, and it's been on my bucket list. So now I'm going with several friends that I met through TikTok, and I'm so excited. I'm sorry if I say a lot. I am not good at speaking. I'm a bad public speaker. So this trip has been a year in the making. I'm not kidding. A year in the making. I met my friend Kenzie through TikTok back in late May. I remember because Kenzie's birthday is June 4th, and I met her, I think, 2-3 weeks before her birthday. She slid into my DMs to talk about the book Crave, because she's also a big reader like me, and she wanted to recommend me Crave, and we just got started talking because she's a big Twilight fan. She went to Forks, not for the festival, but she went and traveled there with her mom and her friend, and we just became friends. We started talking, and Kenzie's great. She's amazing. She's so funny. She's my little Gemini queen. And when we started talking, we thought, what if, crazy idea, what if we go to Forks? What if we were to meet and go to Forks and go to the festival? Not knowing for sure if that was actually going to happen. And then we met some of our other friends later on in the summer. We met Mare, we met Jazz, Crystal, Kristen, Raven, Cherish, so many people. we were like, let's just go to Forks. The festival's supposed to be happening in person next year. Let's all meet in person at this festival. And it's happening. It's happening. We're doing it. We reserved the hotels back in September because our friend Kat, who is a part of the Ladies About Esme, recommended that we reserve our hotels a year before we go, because this festival is one of those festivals where a lot of the locals end up leaving because they know a lot of tourists, a lot of people are coming in for this event. So a lot of Airbnbs go up, a lot of hotels have their openings and bookings available a year in advance, and it's best to get your stuff then. So we booked our hotels back in September of last year, and we went through like most of the planning of what we were gonna do. Like, we were gonna stay in Seattle the night that we flew in. We were gonna then drive up to Forks, and then we were gonna stay an extra day because we wanted to still be in Forks for Bella's birthday. The festival's last day is the Sunday. That's like the last day with the last thing, and then Monday is Bella's birthday, so we wanted to stay an extra day for Bella's birthday and probably go to Port Angeles and just chill. And then we were gonna fly home the next day. So hotels were booked back in September, and then in January is when we did our VIT, so let me get into that. The VIT is the very important Twilighter, and that's pretty much the whole festival experience, where it's a set itinerary of events. And also there are events that are exclusive to the VIT. There's other ticketed events, which is like the Saturday Night Gala and the Fandom Family Party, which is the cocktail mocktail hour. But the VIT has a lot of like, you're on a set schedule and you get a lot within it. It's $325, but it's worth it. It's worth it. And so pay that off, because they have two different ways. You can either pay the full $325 right then and there, or you can pay a payment plan and pay it off as you go. So my family, we did the payment plan, and we paid it off back in April. Things that come in the VIT are the gala, the Fandom Family Party. You get the Fandom Digitally Download, you get the badge, you get a breakfast and a lunch with the Olympic Coven, and then this is very exclusive. It's the photograph autograph with the Twilight Star special guest. So they try to get someone from the cast to be the special guest. Now, sometimes there are cases where multiple of the guests of like the cast from the movies will come, and like I know Daniel Cudmore and Charlie Bewley, who played Felix and Dimitri, were there one year. Eric Odom, who played Peter in Breaking Dawn Part 2, he goes a lot. He has been going, I think, every year for the past 3-4 years, because I follow the page and I've noticed that he's gone. Kyle Gordon has gone. I'm not sure if Jackson Rathbone has gone. I think he may have. But this year, it's Billy Burke, who played Charlie. He's the special guest this year. So it is stated when you get your VIT and they talk about like the special guest thing, that if they have, you know, they are actors. So if they have projects that make them unable to come, then they don't have to come. So it's not guaranteed that they will be there, but there's hope. So this year, Billy Burke, who played Charlie, is scheduled to come. Eric Odom is coming again, I believe. And then it was just announced yesterday that, oh my god, what is her name? I forget the actress's name, but she played Sue. So I just think that's so cute that Charlie and Sue are going to be there. And you get to meet them with the VIT package, with the photograph autograph event. And then there's also a panel, a Q&A panel, I believe, the next day after the autograph session. So I'm very excited. Charlie is one of my favorite characters in the series, and I love Sue. And I'm excited to hopefully maybe meet Eric, who played Peter, just because, like, you know, I'm a big Twilight fan, and, you know, they were in Twilight. So I'm very excited for that. And then, like I said, we're going to stay an extra day for Bella's birthday, and then we're going to fly back home on Tuesday. Got the red-eye flight. That's going to be fun. I need to talk with my group because we still have to do our, at this time, we still haven't done our rental car, which also is something when traveling, if you know you're going to need a rental car, that you need to reserve it prior. Rental cars are currently going up because we're 2 months out. So my group that I'm like rooming with and we're all going to be flying in the same day, which is Kenzie, Jazz, and Crystal. We are going to be flying in on the 8th, which is a Wednesday, to Seattle. Stay the night in Seattle. We're going to be meeting up with our friend Nicole, who I'm so excited to meet in person. Nicole is the first person I really like met on TikTok that I shared an interest with. She's the first person I followed back because I was always scared of the internet, so I was always scared of like following back people because then they could, you know, DM me and talk to me, and I was scared. I'm scared. I watch a lot of true crime stuff. I'm a very cautious person, but I saw Nicole's page and I saw she's very into Disney and Star Wars and Twilight, and she is so sweet, and I was like, I was like, you're cool. I want to be your friend. So she's gonna be flying just for the day to meet us and hang out, get a coffee, and then we're gonna just chill in Seattle for the night before we have to make the 4-hour drive the next day to Forks to start our festival. So I am actually on the 6th. We fly out the 8th, but I'm going down on the 6th to Orlando because Kenzie lives in Florida, and I'm gonna fly out with Kenzie. I'm gonna come, my mom's gonna drive me down to Orlando. I'm gonna meet in person with Kenzie, and then we're gonna hang out the day of the 7th in Florida, in Orlando, just to get some last minute things before we drive up to her mom's place in Tampa, because we're flying out of Tampa to Seattle, and we have an early morning flight because we wanted to get to Seattle early so we had the day to hang out. And then we're going to wait on Jazz, we're going to meet with Nicole, and then Crystal doesn't get there till late in the night because she's from Puerto Rico. So we're going to pick up Crystal from the airport, and then we're going to, you know, hopefully sleep. We're not going to do a lot of sleeping on this trip. We're going to be too excited. We're all going to be meeting in person. It's going to be so fun. So I have a lot to do. Leading up. We have to get the rental car situated. I need to get some outfits. I have some outfits planned. I'm going to do one of Bella's inspired looks. Maybe 2. So, and yeah. Then I'm going to also vlog me packing leading up, which is going to be crazy because it's like my birthday is August 31st, and then I fly out. I'm leaving the 6th. So it's like I'm going to be celebrating my birthday, and then I'm going to have to start packing, start getting everything together, get my backpack ready, figure out what I'm going to bring. Because Raven, if you guys don't follow Raven, you totally should. She and I met, became mutuals, became friends through TikTok late last summer, and then she came to me with the idea of having a podcast. So Raven and I have a podcast called The Bi Podcast with Raven and Uri, and that's where we talk about Twilight, we talk about all things fantasy. We've moved into like the Marvel because we both really like Marvel, so we have moved into that realm, and I'll put a link of it in the description if you want to go listen to it. We have a YouTube and we have a Spotify. We're also on a couple other podcast platforms, but we're not on Apple Podcasts because we've had some trouble trying to get on there. But you should totally listen to it if you like Twilight, you like Marvel. We just talk, and so Raven and I plan to, you know, we're gonna be meeting in person there too. So we're gonna hopefully have an episode there in Forks live. So that's gonna be fun. So yeah, I have a lot to do prior. Gotta figure out what I'm gonna bring. Gotta order my stuff. I have, so today is July 1st, and next Friday, July 9th, which I'm gonna go see Black Widow, I have this tattoo, which I've shown on my TikTok. It's the, you know, book covers all together. I have to get it, redone, because there's some areas that need touched up, and then I'm gonna get a quote right here, which is, "Death is peaceful, life is harder." And you might recognize that from the movie Twilight, where Bella had said it after, I think it was the ballet scene, when after Edward's like sucking the venom out of her, and she like falls into like, you know, coma, she goes unconscious. I think she says that. So I remember distinctly she said it in the first movie. I can't remember if it's in the book, but I'm gonna get that right here. Then I might get another tattoo when I'm in Seattle. Who knows? Okay, this is already almost at 20 minutes. I'm gonna probably stop it right here, and then I will reconcur whenever. Like, if I'm probably gonna record us talking about rental car so you guys can see who I'm going with, and then we're gonna, when I pack, and then when I eventually fly out. So I'll see you on the next time.